Hey everybody, Eric Eisenbud, the Grateful Chef here. A little impromptu Saturday evening live session here because I have been working on a project and now is the time. It's the big reveal. We're in the home stretch with it, so I wanted to bring it to you live. Really exciting one. I've never done anything like this, and hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this. So the backstory is, back in 2017, Lynn and I went to Barcelona, Spain for the first time and had lots of great food. Go on to eatingwithcheferic.com. You can see our travel page and you can see all the stuff that we've eaten in Barcelona since our first trip. We've done 4 since then, but real exciting stuff. And one of the places was, we visited a place, and it's in one of our favorite places on the Barcelona page, Vina Venoteca. And it is an unbelievable cheese shop and wine store. They supply all the wines and cheese to all the local restaurants in Barcelona. And we fell in love with the place. And you basically go downstairs to a little seating area and you tell them, 3 or 5 cheeses. You want some meats with it, and they bring you, they ask you, kind of interview you, what kind of cheese do you like? Do you like blue? Do you like creamy? Do you like crystalline? Do you like soft? Do you like hard? So they get that from you, and then they bring out the cheese. And one of the greatest cheeses that we had was one of their experiments. And what they did was they took a wheel of blue cheese and they vacuum sealed it with some Riesling wine and let it sit for 4 months. So, Chef Eric here, thinking outside the box. Let me see if I can duplicate it. And a little light thing fell, but that's okay. Let me see if I can duplicate it. And so I went to Gary's Wine and Marketplace, Bernardsville, New Jersey, where I have a relationship with the cheesemonger there. And Nino takes good care of me. And he was able to get us this beautiful 8-inch wheel of La Verne blue cheese at a reasonable price. And January 7th, I put the Riesling in. And that was a little story too. I had to find somebody with a chamber vac that would be big enough to hold this. Now I have, in the back here, I have a food saver. But because I'm sealing it with liquid, the food saver, I couldn't use it. So I had to find a local place that would have a big enough chamber vac, and a chamber vac works differently. You can vacuum a bag of soup if you wanted to. It just doesn't, it uses a different method. It creates a vacuum, and then when that vacuum in the chamber breaks, it seals it up. Unlike the food saver that actually draws the air out of the bag. So that didn't work. So I thought I had a place at my buddy Jonathan White at Bobolink Dairy. His chamber vac wasn't big enough, so I started calling in favors to all my chef buddies. And one of the first chefs that I really worked for was Tim Schaefer. He used to own Tim Schaefer's Cuisine in Morristown, New Jersey. Dear friend of mine. He taught me a lot about this business, and he continues to do that to this day. He called out to his troops, and eventually we landed at Fossil Farms. Lance at Fossil Farms allowed me to come in, bring the cheese, bring the wine. They have a nice large chamber vac, and we were able to do it. So here we go, fast forward 4 months from January 7th to today, which is April 6th. However, I have special guests. My dear friends from New Mexico, Jay and Lynn Judge, are in New York City. They're coming over tomorrow. So I said, what a great opportunity to take this out of the bag and see what we got. See if we have a success or a failure. And you're going to find out with me. So what do I have? I have here that 8-inch wheel of La Verne blue cheese. It is in a vacuum bag, like I said, with the Riesling. Now, looks kind of ugly. I know it's it's kind of bright in here. Let me see if I shut this light off. Okay, at least you get a little better view. I know it's dark, but it's not as glaring. So here you got the vacuum bag with the cheese in there. And What happened was the outer rind of the wheel has kind of corroded away a little bit, and it's in the wine, and I can smell it through the bag. It's unbelievable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on some gloves, and we're going to take this baby out of the bag, and hoping that it will not stink up the whole house. What I want to do is I want to sit it in my fridge. I have a dedicated fridge that happens to have fans in it that will kind of hopefully dry the outside a little bit by tomorrow. And yeah, we'll see. We shall see. Let me put my gloves on and let's get to it. I got my bowl here because I really do not want this very potent liquid getting anywhere but in the bowl. All right, so let's see if we can do this without splashing or spilling. I'm going to pour that liquid out. And again, I apologize for it being dark. My lovely Lynn and camerawoman and producer is not here. So I'm going solo tonight. Yeah, this liquid is very viscous. I don't even know if I could do anything with it. We're going to find out, you know, in the days to come what I can do with this liquid. All right. And I'm going to cut the bag the rest of the way. Like that. And I certainly hope you all are having a great weekend, nice Saturday. Smells really good. I smell the wine, I smell the blue cheese. Let's take this baby out of here. All right, and that's what I have. I have some paper towels here that I want to dry the outside on. And get some more. And let's see what we got here. So I totally encourage you guys to experiment in the kitchen. Hopefully I inspire you to do so. And let's see, let me see if I can. I want to adjust the lighting just a little bit on the program here. See if we can do that. A little brightness. Oh, that's the wrong way. All right, there we go. That's a little better. Fantastic. So I'm going to take these gloves off because now they're wet. And I'm really just going to pat this dry. I'm going to get rid of this bag and certainly taking this garbage out tonight. Because, you know, blue cheese in and of itself has got a strong smell. With the wine infused in it, it's not unpleasant, but it is strong. All right, so what I want to do is I just want to pat this dry. And I'm going to put it back in my refrigerator that has the fans. And I'm going to let it hopefully dry out on the outside a little bit, create a new rind of sorts. So that will happen when I air dry it. And I want to show you what I was talking about, the corrosion. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this, but you can see it's totally uneven. But it smells good. When I started this, I didn't know if the whole thing was going to completely break apart, which would have been okay too, because our cheesemonger at Vino Vinoteca, you know, they do a thing where they take the bits and pieces from a lot of different cheeses, and they will put it in a vacuum seal bag with a little wine and kind of re-ferment it, you know, and it all mixes together, and they serve it in a nation soup spoon. So it's very creamy, very soft, and super potent. Like really, you got to really like cheese and stinky cheese for doing something like that. All right, so I've patted this dry. I'm going to attempt to flip it over without breaking it up. I think it'll be fine. All right, this is using a lot of paper towels, but that's what cooking all about, man. You gotta make sacrifices to get some good results sometimes. So I'm patting this like nice and dry as much as I can. And what I think I'm going to do, thinking on the fly, of course, is I'm going to put it on here so it's not sitting right on the rack of my refrigerator. That could become a little messy. Another set of paper towels, maybe two. Pick it up. Yeah, I'm really excited about this. I love cheese. Lynn loves cheese, big time. So I think this experiment, so far it looks like it's going to be a success. It's all going to depend on how it tastes. And maybe, just maybe, I am not known to be one to be very patient. So maybe I'm going to scoop a little bit off just to taste it and see what we got here. Oh yeah, it's really soft. I'm going to bring this closer to you guys. It's really soft, yet it's still holding its shape, so it's not like a cream cheese soft. See if we can get this on the camera. You know, maybe I can just scrape it like this. And here we go, the first taste of Laverne blue cheese soaked and in vacuum sealed in Riesling wine. It's very strong, but not, like I said, it's not so strong that it's unpleasant. Really good. I'm really loving it. I'm excited to let this dry out a little bit. And I got some favors to repay. Remember, looking for the vacuum thing? So I'm going to have to cut this up and divvy it up amongst those who helped me. Each one, teach one, each one help one. Love it. I'm happy to do it. And that's it. A little programming note about this Wednesday. I had mentioned on the show that we were possibly going to be stepping outside of the Grateful Chef kitchen and entering in the commercial kitchen of a restaurant. We are indeed going to be broadcasting Facebook Live this Wednesday, and of course Sunday night. I'll put out an invite to everybody, so you make sure you have the information. We're going to the Town Bar and Kitchen in Morristown, New Jersey, and we're joining up with a really nice group of folks, Dawn and Chris, and what they do is they have what's called a cook shop, and they go into restaurants, and Dawn and Chris, working with the restaurant chef, will create a meal, a dinner, a dish that is restaurant quality that you can make at home. So we're going to join them. I'm going to kind of take a back seat to them this week, which is great and fine, but it's going to be real educational. We're going to be making pasta. I heard a little rumor about some porchetta. We're going to meet the chef. We're going to talk to the chef, and you guys will be able to ask questions, and Lynn will raise her hand, and we will be able to get some of your questions answered about what's going on in the kitchen at the cook shop on Wednesday. Now, it is going to be a little bit earlier. It's probably going to be around 4 or 5 o'clock Eastern time. So if you can't catch it live, I totally get it. I understand. But you'll be able to see it once it's posted in perpetuity on our Facebook group, The Grateful Chef with Eric Eisenbud. And again, please check out our website for lots of great information. That is eatingwithcheferic.com. Hope you enjoyed this little segment, and we will see you on the next Grateful Chef video. Shut this. Lynn's job is very hard to do. I'm finding that out.